Hey everyone, it's Silver. Welcome back to another episode of Silver's Zen Crafts Podcast. Yes, I'm back, y'all. I did take a majority of last year off to kind of do my own thing, kind of figure out what I wanted to do with life and all that. I also took all of January off to pretty much do all the things and think about all the things and kind of get my energy levels back. I'm not 100% there. I'm still kind of feeling a little bit of rough, I'm not gonna lie. But it is always an uphill battle, especially during the times of the year where my depression kicks my butt. On the good side of things, though, I have been spending all of January crafting. So let me go ahead and talk to you a little bit about what I have been up to in the month of January. Let's start off with finished objects. First thing that I finished was a coloring page for a friend of mine named Practical Portia on my last stream that I did of on New Year's. Wow, words are hard. I love the way this coloring page came out, as did they. And I was actually the first one to post it in our Crafty Share, which, by the way, that video should be coming up soon. See the top for the eye, that eye there will tell you when that video is available. Okay, so the next thing that I did finish was what I called Green Tree. It's actually the blanket I was making for MTI. The name of the pattern was Entwined Tree Throw. Basically, I was making two of them. The first one for MTI was one in red and green, and I finished that on the 12th of January. I absolutely love the way it came out, and I cannot wait for MTI to be able to use it a little bit more. It's not quite as long as I would like it to have been, but it's so amazing. Anyway, let's talk what I am currently working on. I do have a few projects that have gotten a little bit of love, and they're still in progress and probably will be for majority of the year. The first one I want to talk about is what I call the 2026 Temp Cross Stitch. It's actually a pattern called Local Conditions by Satsuma Street. I absolutely love the way it is working up. I actually put up a video recently of the entire progress from January, but I'm going to be showing off those pictures here. And here we go. I hope you guys don't mind. I just ended up putting that video in there because I was like, you know what? I'm a little bit lazy, Silver. It's fine. Anyway, the next thing that I did touch in the month of January was what I called Green Ripple. I did end up using the remainder of, well, I am using the remainder of the green and the red from Empty Eyes blanket to make him another longer blanket so he can actually use that on our bed eventually. As you can see, I've made quite a bit of progress on that since the beginning of the year, and I cannot wait to see how it works out. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I am crocheting this, and I am using a ripple pattern, so that's like 4 with the up and down humps, and like I said, I love the way it's working up. Speaking of crochet, I'm also making a granny square like blanket with a fair amount of remaining yarn from other projects. And I started this sometime in the middle of last year and never actually really worked on it. And then on the New Year's stream, I took it out and I'm like, oh yeah, I am working on this one. So I've actually been working on that a little bit more in the month of January. I am crocheting this one as well, like I said, and I'm using multiple scraps, and I just love how big it's grown. The next thing I've been working on is actually a knitted project. I called this one simply Purple Tree. It is my version, or the blanket that I want for myself, of the entwined forest throw. I actually have made quite a little bit of, just a tiny little bit of progress in relation to the other blanket since the beginning of the year, but I'm pretty proud of my progress. I'm actually past all the cabling, and I'm actually into the first sections, what do you call it, broken rib part, the border section. I can't wait to get back to it. I have to finish editing first though. The last project actually that I started since the new year began was actually a pattern by it's called Spooks and Spells. It's by Lucky Star Stitches. I actually am currently cross stitching that one. That's actually going to be my project, I think, for the day. I'm not sure. Like I said, plans are subject to change, but I've actually made just a slight amount of progress since then. But this progress photo was actually after one day of work, so I hope it's going to be a quick project. Alrighty, let's talk about what I have been reading. Y'all, I have been a reading fiend this month, to be completely fair. A lot of the time in January, I did spend a lot of time reading and kind of relaxing and trying to get my energy levels back, like I mentioned before. So I ended up reading a total of 3 audiobooks. They are all from the Kate Daniel series by Alona Andrews. Those are actually finished by the end of the month. I'm actually currently reading book 4 and 5. But anyway, I've also read 9 books in the magic romance comedy with a body series by R.J. Blaine. I love those books. They just make me laugh all the time, and they're very punny. Very punny. And so besides that, I did read 26 other books in the month of January before all that started. And that makes the total of 38 books I read. Holy Hannah. I am so proud of myself for that. So in January, I really didn't watch a lot of like TV and shows and things like that. I did listen to a lot more audiobooks. I did a lot more of, like I said, all the other background stuff. But I did watch a little bit of 911. I am slowly catching myself up on my watch later list, which means I am watching the episodes the reactors that I watch before they actually watch it, I guess is the right word. Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and talk about the games that I played. Y'all, this month has also been a lot of game playing for me. The first one I spent a lot of time playing was Power Wash Simulator. Oh my gosh, so fun, this game. I ended up getting all of my career mode finished. I'm working on the Tomb Raider DLC, and then I'll move on to another couple DLCs later on. But I also did start off playing a little bit, and I repeat a little bit of Power Wash Simulator 2. Realized that I need to finish 1 before I can go into 2 for the most part, and then yeah. I also played a fair amount of Dreamlight Valley as well. Since there was an update last month, I kind of, wasn't last month, but anyway, it was in December, that last update. I haven't done any of the pumpkin pulling out of my mailbox and all that. So I did make a list and just kind of went down that list, and I am just about done with it. So that's good. I made a lot of progress on that. Let's see. I also have played my what I call business as usual ones. I have Merge's Kingdom that I've been playing. I've also been playing Bongo Cat on the side because you know how I do. I've also been playing Revolution Idol, Idol Baker Boss, and there's a few others. I don't even know. I'll try to put not a little bit of gameplay, but a little bit of like the photos of the games and things like that. We'll see how that goes. Anyway. All right, folks, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for your interest in my revamping this particular podcast. It has been a hot minute. We're going to be doing this audible or audio from here on out, and obviously words are still hard for me. But I thank you guys for keeping me company, like I said, and for your interest in the video, and I will see you guys next month. In the meantime, if you can, go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next month. Bye, everyone.